Real life, real life. It's 11:54 p.m. and I'm just coming on here. Trust me. Hmm. The struggle I went through just so that my phone would be able to come on live. I don't know. I don't even understand what's going on with my phone this evening. Like, hmm, trust me, this is fun. So it's no news that Big Brother has unpaired the housemates. Like, I don't understand what Big Brother Nigeria this year is about. They said no loose guard, but honestly, if we are being sincere with ourselves, the first person that actually loose guarded is Big Brother. Big Brother loose guarded, or should I say loose guard with this set of housemates. I don't know where they got them from. Only few are actually Big Brother material, like Big Brother Nigeria material. Like only few. This Big Brother this year is just something else. They said no loose guard, multi choice. Big Brother himself has loose guarded. Honestly, like so many things are going on that Big Brother show that we really cannot like say a lot about, honestly. And I'm looking at it and I'm wondering what is going on. Like what is really going on? These housemates came in pairs. Would you now tell me that you are going to unpair them? Like there's no even you are going to. They have already unpaired the housemates, and all of this is making me question the credibility of Big Brother itself. Because now I'm wondering, what is this Big Brother about? Hi, everyone that is joining my life, please drop your comments. Drop your comments, share your likes so that people can join. Like, so it brought me to this point, and I was like, I need to talk about this. Like, I really have to talk about this Big Brother because it's so. I don't know. I don't even know the word to use to quantify all of this. Like, everything is just changing. If we're talking about, well, you saw my topic already, and the topic is simply why the Big Brother Naija Low Lose Guard house is so boring. We know by now, or like right now, that the house is fucking sorry, the house is boring. Like, I had just looking at everything, and the first point that I will state is number one, the cameraman, like, is the one making the house boring. That's the first thing before we even talk about the housemates. The cameraman this season is worse. Before, we used to catch cruise and we say, oh, Kayode picture this, Kayode picture that. Before they have any game in the house, their cameraman will carry the camera from where the action is happening and go and put it in another room that they are not doing anything. Like, that's the first point that we have to make, that the cameraman this year is worse. Imagine cameraman making the show like frustrating for everybody. Like, I'm watching, okay, yesterday while they finished their Saturday night live party, I'm watching the show currently actually. While they are having their life, their party and all of that, after they left the party ground and they entered into the house, if you, like, people that watched were actually complaining, why would you like leave those that are talking and you are showing us those that are sleeping? Now imagine Onyeka vomiting. We didn't even get to see any of that. We're just seeing yesterday, somebody vomited in the bathroom, somebody vomited in the this, somebody vomited in the that. What do we want to do with somebody vomited? Show us the action that is going on. The cameraman will be showing us people that are sleeping, people that are playing games. Is it games that we've not seen before on the street of Big Brother Naija? I don't understand. They should show us people that are actually doing, like, doing the do, that are actually working. Now imagine, let's imagine some peers in the house. Some peers are there that is only one of them that is carrying them. Okay, imagine when they first started. Right now, even Victoria has picked up and she has, she's already giving us the action. But when they first started, imagine Victoria that was, she was still trying to blend with the housemates, get to know them and all of that. Hello, Chris Artsfar. Hello, Kevin Toby. Hello. So imagine Victoria that is just trying to get to know the housemates. They will be showing Victoria that is sleeping, Victoria that is pissed. They will leave Sean that used to talk, that used to play. They will leave him out. So looking at the dynamics of the house, the first thing I would say is actually the cameraman. If you have your own point, you can drop it in the comment section. I'm here to read it out loud for you. So the cameraman dulled the show. The cameraman loose guarded for the show. That's the first point. Then the second one, they evicted the interesting housemates. Imagine the week that what's it called, that Flourish was evicted. What's her name? The one that was causing the drama herself of the Flourish pair, DJ Flo and what's it called, and the other one. Imagine she has an issue with Wani. You left her issue with Wani. You evicted two peers that week. Why would they evict two peers that week? I don't understand. From that place, we are wondering what is going on. You gave this housemates too much power by introducing the custodian. The custodian game would have been so interesting if they are kept, like, okay, there's a way they can still guide their housemates, like, to choose the right person, to choose from the right place. They left the housemates like to just be doing anything, like anyhow. Even the housemate right now, they don't even fear Big Brother. When they hear this is Big Brother, housemates freeze. You see somebody standing like this and they are looking. I don't understand. Is your neck not supposed to feel to freeze? Oh God, this house don't even fear the Big Brother name. I don't understand. Like, we need to really, like, talk about this issue. Now they are complaining that the house is so boring. When it's actually Big Brother and the organizers that are making the show boring. Like, they're making the show so boring. These housemates are there, you are evicting the interesting ones. The ones that left today, what's it called? The radicals, Mickey and Femi. This week, if we are being sincere with ourselves, they were the ones that made the house interesting this week. Imagine Mickey and Femi David. They were the ones that made the house really interesting this week. And you evicted these housemates. I don't understand why they must evict every weekend. We've watched Big Brother before, that it was not all the weekends that they were evicting housemates. They've not even given these housemates any breathing space from the first night. I mean, from the first week of the show, they've been evicting housemates. So you now expect that the show will be very interesting, because they themselves, they expect it, they predicted it that, well, there will be an eviction today, there will be an eviction every other day. Like, we need to really look into it, and Big Brother has to look into it very fast, because everyone is beginning to lose interest. Like me, I love doing what's it called, commentations and all of that, commentaries on Big Brother show. But right now, my my deed is done. I'm just so tired. Like, I'm tired of the show already. Now, moving on, the housemates now, where the show lose guarded again, is the housemates, they're always talking about the game. They are not focusing on themselves at all, or how they will upgrade their own, what's it called, their selves. They're always talking about the game, imagining their housemates, like, any small thing before they say anything, right now, people will be looking at us and be saying we are boring. What is your interest? What is your problem with the people that are saying you people are boring? Do your own part and make the house interesting. Like, these housemates are so guarded to the point that when they want to have maybe somebody offends somebody, before they do anything, they will first of all go and think about it. Should I react? If I react now, what will people think about me? No, the house needs to be very interesting. And with the house being interesting, even the ones that are giving what's it called, the housemates that are actually contributing to the house, that are contributing, in one way or the other, they are the ones that they are even evicting. I don't understand. So before somebody should offend another person, they will not voice out and say it. Like, instead of them to react, they're acting for the camera. Imagine, they're acting to us, the viewers. Before some of them, before they do anything, they will check the camera. That's in the case of Wani X Andy. Wani and Andy, what they do is they look at the camera before they act. Once they see that the camera is on them, they start acting up. Sean, imagine I told you this and that. Wani, check me out, this and that. This should have, they should have gone past that stage by now. This is like, is it the sixth week or the seventh week or the fifth week? Either of the three. Like, by now, the housemate should have even forgotten that there is even camera on them. Any small thing, you hear Tofa saying, when I was moving, the camera was doing, like, all of this is making we the viewers bored. I watched the show this week and I was like, what the actual F is this? The show that used to be very interesting. So I'm not surprised that they are doing the unpairing thing. But with the unpairing thing, I actually feel like it doesn't make sense. And I'll give my reason. The reason why I would say it doesn't make sense is these housemates, they came into the house as a pair. Imagine I came with somebody and now you are telling me that myself and the person, we have to, unpair ourselves, and we now play the games individually. Okay, if we now win, who will collect the money? Are we going to share it? Because I don't understand. You, although putting us up and pitching us against each other means that we have equal, what's it called? Equal, is it opportunity to fight for the money. But if we still win, it's actually more or less like I still have to share the money with my other pair. You can comment. Is that not what would happen? You will have to share eventually with the other pair, because in the first instance, for you to even come on the show, you came on the show because I was there, or because somebody followed you there, because they said audition as a pair. You auditioned as a pair. If you didn't audition with that person, there's no way you would have been on the show. So if you just want to be a good person, you will have no choice than to give the other person something. And I believe you people understand me, because me, I'm just wondering what is going on with these housemates and all of that. Me, I'm vexed. I'm vexed. Like, it's giving me headache. So another post I wrote here is only few people in the house are giving content, which is 100. Only few of them are giving content. If you check all of them very well, imagine you will just see some, they are just sleeping regbe in the afternoon. You'll be wondering what's going on, and serious conversations are going on somewhere. And Kayode, abi, what's his name? Maybe it's Chinedu they have now. And Chinedu will be showing us will be showing us who likes sleeping in the afternoon now. Let's say Victoria will be showing us Victoria that is sleeping. And I'm wondering, Victoria, why are you sleeping? In the afternoon, they will leave Mickey and Oyeka that they are playing what's it called? Is it pool, what they call it? They will leave them where they are having serious conversations. All of them that they are having serious conversations. They will leave all of them and they will start showing us people that are playing stupid games. I don't understand. David here is saying worst Bbnaija season/set ever. This season makes Shine Your Eye and BB Titans look like they were great season. Shaking my head. I support you with this. Honestly, I support you 100%. Like, this set would have been a really successful one, because them picking this particular housemate is the worst mistake of their life. This housemate that they picked, the one is only one pair that is carrying one pair. And one thing about Nigerians is this again that I've noticed is like they don't support the brilliant ones. Imagine what's his name, this guy of better, TJ, being in bottom. As brilliant as he is, we easily look down on people. Imagine they just look down on the guy that, well, maybe he's a doctor, family man, this and that. So some people will now be complaining that why is it that the only content double K is bringing to the house is the fact that they are married, when they already know that if the housemate knows that they are married, they will not be talking to them. Imagine that kind of situation. If the housemate knew that these ones are married couple, I'm sure that if what's the name of this guy that had a crush on Cassia from the first episode, um this guy of streets, Toby Forge, if he knew that Cassia was a married woman and at the same time her husband was in the house, I'm 100% sure he would not have spoken to her, and that would have been part of her content. But because of that scenario and because of that situation, she would not have a content. We, like, they've forgotten that they have to have a content around each other. Like, you are in this house, some will say don't use me for content. If you are not in the house, how would you use somebody for content? If you are not there, okay, if you are not having a conversation with somebody, how would you yourself have content? You are using somebody in the house. So some of these housemates will say, no, I don't want to talk because I don't want anybody to use me for content. Sorry, if they don't want to use you for content, or you don't want to use somebody for content, how do we want to know your names outside the house? Like, these housemates are just, I don't know, poor on all levels. And I don't blame them now that previously they used to choose, I don't know how they pick their housemates. Some of them don't even do actual auditioning, according to what I heard. Like, allegedly, they said they don't, some of them don't do actual auditioning. They just know somebody that knows somebody, and the person will connect you, and they will do maybe in-house auditioning, but not actual auditioning like that. They just look at you. Are you a Bbnaija? What's it called? A Bbnaija, do you have a Bbnaija character and all of that? But looking at it, they picked some of them like from actual human beings. That's why they wrote it on the what's it called, on the wall in the house, that you don't have to be perfect to be here. So they picked some of them from, people that are just struggling, hustlers and all of that. and yet the house is not giving. Like, I'm wondering what is going on. Even Oyeka, her sister is dragging her back. What is the content Shizoba is giving in the house? Now she and Ben, I don't know what they call themselves. Is it relationship? Is it cruise ship? Is it siblingship? I don't understand. That house is damn boring, like really boring. Like the housemates are so guarded. Like any small thing. Imagine Nelly when she had an issue with Chinwe. She was like, she knows she's not going to talk because if she talks, it will look as if and she wants to show herself that Chinwe is not Chinwe is not somebody that she can be giving what's it called, that she can be giving is it highlights or something. I'm like, you yourself as a person, as nearly as you are, you've not given yourself highlights. It's not Chinwe you want to give highlights. The way that every other day she's having a fight with somebody, she's not having a fight with somebody, she has mood swings from all over the world. Like, we just have to look at all these should I say all these points. Like this housemate, oh, I really don't know how Big Brother picked them or where he picked them from. But what me I know is that they are not the only ones that are making the show boring. The organizers themselves, they need to work on themselves. When they had the Saturday night party yesterday, from even the Saturday night party, they were already showing some particular set of housemates and they were not showing some. The ones that they were showing, like they were the ones that they were trying to turn to Femi David, and from there they showed who again. They were showing people that were, I was just wondering that is this what Big Brother Naija used to be? Okay, David said production needs to sack the casting team and get a new casting team ASAP. I second this. They need to sack them. Like that production team, they need to sack the production team. They are worse. Like, if you are looking for the worst set of production team that Big Brother Naija has had, this production team, they are the worst set. Like, okay, imagine when what's it called, when these guys were having their issue, what's their name, Nolita, this Tofa and Anita, when they had their issue, like when they wanted to show that these guys, they had a conversation and Anita wanted to sleep and all of that, they showed that particular part for, like, they dragged it, they dragged that to the point that the guy went to his bed, he was weeping, Anita was on her bed, she was weeping. Even before that conversation, before they brought the camera to them for that conversation, it took long because they had gotten in the middle of it. We didn't even know what happened. The house now is so divided to the point that it's only love that is trending in the house. We are only seeing people that are, that are talking love. See when is it Ozzy and Oyinka, when they had their issue, Ozzy didn't have any highlight than telling everybody that, oh, the way she spoke about me, I don't want my madam outside to think that kiniko kiniko. And I'm wondering, your madam outside, you had madam outside that you kissed somebody. By now, if it were to be former Big Brother Naija, Big Brother asked him in the diary room that, is he sure that he didn't kiss anybody? He said he did not kiss anybody. Maybe a peck, but he didn't kiss anybody. If it were to be other Big Brother Naija, they would have gathered together, shown everybody that clip, and everybody would have labeled him a liar. But they kept it like that. They were pampering him. It may be because he's an Imbadwe. I don't know. But I don't understand. Okay, David said casting team has been lazy since Shania Eye season. Yes, even Shania Eye is he used style boring. If not because what's their name? All Star season. If not because all of them they were Ogbas and they were already made. If not because of that, the season would have been boring as well. But because those ones they already know that if they don't, they have a brand to what should I say now? They have a brand to protect. That's the All Stars season. They have a brand already to protect. So if they didn't clear so many things, that's why the fight in the house was so much for All Star season. If they didn't clear their mind for all of that, if they didn't clear their mind, it would have been worse for them. If not because of that, like, okay, imagine if Donyi is saying something about somebody, another person would have come to me doing that. Don't talk like that, I'm not that kind of person. And the reason is because if that person did not come there to come and clear that narration, it will stick. And those ones, they have something to protect. But this said, they don't have anything to protect. They're just coming out, they're just saying this thing. And yes, okay, imagine by now, we know what their followers, their followings would have been like on the Big Brother Naija game. If you are there already, as at week 4, week 5, they're already on 300, 400K, 400K followings. Now we are looking at their following. Imagine some of them they are seeing 31K, 31.1K, 29 point something K. Because the season is not giving what it's supposed to give. Imagine some of them should have been on okay, imagine what's it called? Double K that we even found out that they were very strong today. By now they should have been on maybe 600K following, 700K following. I'm looking at their following. One of them is on 100 and something K following. I think the other one is about entering 100K following too. And I'm like, this set is just somehow. The only person that is on 200K plus, I think, is what's her name? Nelly, and then maybe what's her name again? Victoria. Like, honestly, this set of housemates, they are disappointing. These STV themselves, they are disappointing. I'm wondering that, is this how we'll carry on with Big Brother? Like, okay, I fear for next year. Honestly, maybe there will not even be a Big Brother next year. Who knows? This this set, I don't want to say they pick wetin fit them. Next year needs to be celebrity season or second season of BB Titan, Nigerians and Ghanaians. That baby Titans, I don't know. I don't even know anything about that one, because the ones that they did with what's it called? The one that they did with the South Africans, we were seeing different opinions. You know, is it tribalism? What should they call it now? People were voting because of sentiments. So many things were just going on, and I'm wondering that, is this what Big Brother is? Honestly, I should have done this video since around what's it called, around 8 in the evening, but I've been so busy with office work, and I'm like, what am I seeing online? This set, um, see, I don't want to even say anything anymore. Like, they will be playing in the house. Okay, see their truth or dare games. They will be having truth or dare games. Cameraman will go and show us somebody that is trying to rob skincare, go to the bathroom, coming back. I'm working aimlessly. Okay, see the night they were preparing for one of their wagers, and they said everybody should come to the lounge, and Chinwe left the lounge to go and sleep. And cameraman was showing Chinwe sleeping, and they were outside and they were doing their wager, they were practicing, doing all of that. The cameraman was showing Chinwe on the bed sleeping and snoring. They themselves, they caused it, they brought it on themselves. So they should stop blaming the housemates alone. The housemates too, they have their own to contribute. Multi-choice also has their own to contribute. Casting, producer, all of them, they are worse. They are on the same level with the housemates. Even Ebuka telling them that, oh, that this week didn't have anything to give. Imagine on the live show today, Sean and Wani, they had the conversation. It was not even up to 2 hours that Ebuka came on the show. The conversation about Nelly's bomb, not what's it called, padded well, and they just had the conversation like 2 hours. And Ebuka is coming on the show, and Ebuka is saying, well, that you people discussed Nelly, that our what's it called, our bomb is not well padded or well what's it called, arranged, this and that. And the both of them are looking at each other, that we just had this conversation. It's obvious that they didn't have anything to give this week. This week is just dead on arrival for the house, because I watched majority of the what's it called, of the clips this week, and it's not online watching. I watched it live. I watched them live because I was a little under the weather and I couldn't go to work for a while. So while watching them, the only people that were giving is even relationship people. And Mickey and Femi were the ones that were even trying to share on the. And I feel like this week is their week in the house. When you're talking about Mickey and Femi this week, because they won several tasks this week, like, and it's more or less like maybe God telling them that they would have to go home this week. They really tried. I would have preferred Aces going home than Mickey and Femi, because Aces, the only content they have in the house is Anita and Nelly. That's the only content they have in the house. Even Anita, I'm expecting that it's supposed to be the top lady, because she's sport, the way she carries herself is 100%. But I don't know. I think the ship is holding her back. I don't understand. Although she's street though, she's the firm one in the relationship. But honestly, I don't even understand this housemate again. Honestly. Omobi, welcome to my life. Omobi said they are just not serious. Even Ebuka helps scatter tables, but they can't even build on that. Honestly. See, that's why I like them, Wani and Andy sometimes. If Ebuka should tell them that, oh, somebody says also and so thing about them, this, that, no problem. The moment that life section ends, they will tackle the person. They will now go on the person like, oh, you said that was what caused their fight with Ruthie. Okay, I remember her name now. That was what caused their fight with Ruthie at first. Like, they hammered on it, they stayed on that narration till Ruthie left the house. Even the day Ruthie was leaving the house, they still created content on that. But some of these housemates that are there, they don't want to step on anybody's toes in the house. Maybe over familiarity is what I should say is going on, because they feel like, I don't want to offend this person, I don't want to offend this person. It's so crazy that all of them, they don't understand that if you don't give a show, there's no way you will trend. When we look at some people don't like All Star season, but the truth needs to be said. This Ilebaye, before she even won, as at first week, she was already doing her regbe. By second week, third week, she was already pressing people's necks. Like, even when when she was even trying to apologize to the housemates, they were moving back because they didn't even accept her apology to start with. They were moving back because they were feeling like, why are you apologizing when you obviously know what you are doing? She knows what she was doing and she stayed on it. But this one, they don't want to do anything. They just want people to. I just like the way she's calm. I like the way he does not talk too much. But who goes to Big Brother and does not talk and wins? I've not seen anybody that's gone to Big Brother and they will say the person does not talk and the person would win. You have to contribute something. So David said a lot of meetings need to happen after this season for multi-choice production. Honestly, they need to have a sit down, maybe a 30 what they call it. They need to sit down, talk, and say, oh, this one, oh, we know, and I'm sure they are not making any money like that much. I'm sure they are not making that much money in this set. I'm 100% sure they are not making money because the way people go out to vote initially, I have one of my friends that anytime she wants to vote, I'm always wondering that for somebody that you don't know, you've not met before. So if I have to go out, all out for my fave, if I don't go out for my fave, I can't stand it when the fave comes out. And because I don't want to what's it called? I don't want to defend rubbish. How will my fave come out and I'll be saying, I wish somebody is still in the house, or I miss also person's drama in the house. No, like people vote, but this particular friend of mine, she's not even voting this time around. She was like, I beg, after the second one, she was like, I don't even have a fave. I don't want to even talk about them because it's actually annoying when you find out that some of them, even the table that Ebuka is helping them to scatter, they are not building on it. Imagine when Ebuka says some things, you should know where the progression of the show is or where the mind of the people is. That's the reason why Ebuka is there. If Ebuka is not there, how would you know what people are saying? Like, Ebuka is more or less like the torchlight for you. Ebuka, okay, imagine if Ebuka should come on the show and ask you question. It means that for the week you trended. But these ones don't have common sense. Ebuka is telling you that so and so thing. You should know automatically that, oh, I trended for the week. Oh, let me build on it. What did I do this week that is making me trend? Let me work on it the more. Even if it's a bad thing, try and do it and see maybe people will vote for you or not. That's what they call check and balance. They need to check. Then Omobi said they are trying to avoid confrontations. Biggie is fed up. That is now okay. That is why he has brought in the parrot. Yes, he's fed up. Like they are trying not to be confrontational. Like somebody offended you, you don't want to confront the person. Imagine the one Ebuka said today about Nelly and Wani and all of that. Sean is talking to this guy to Suj about it that, oh, they need to have a conversation on this and that. Suj is saying there's no need for that, this and that, this and that. That this I said they want to have a conversation with Nelly. Now he's relating what Sean told him to Nelly, and Nelly is saying there's no need for that discussion about what for them to even talk about it it's just so funny. Guinea cocking, I'm like, instead of you to use that as your own force, you will use that to fight. Why are you discussing my yash? Why are you discussing my bomb? Don't you have yours? Like, use that. Give us that boost. For the week, we will know that you're a no nonsense person. Or somebody will telling you that that is because of so person that all of them they are so uptight. Okay, there are some people in the house that some people don't like having a fight with. If you notice, people don't like fighting with the Imbadiwe twins because the way they talk, they say their mind the way it is. And maybe after a while, if you people settle the fight, fine. If they don't settle the fight, it's also fine. Like they don't like crossing the Mbadiwe twins. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. They don't like crossing the Mbadiwe twins. Excuse me, please. And it's not as if the Mbadue too is that they're having fire on their head, though. They don't just like crossing them. Like so many things is just going on in that house, and you'll be wondering why are these housemates so slow? Like why are they slow? Okay, imagine Ebuka asking Victoria question, although she doesn't know that they have what's it called? There are so many things that have been said about her. Ebuka asking her that, oh, why is it that when they won the HOH, and it's obvious because me I also asked the same question, that when they won the HOH game and they asked them to pick their guests, why was it that she didn't get to pick who she wanted in the HOH lounge? It was Sean that picked. And I was expecting that the both of them would sit down and pick, because the truth is that they have two different friends. Wani S. Handy are not Victoria's friend. They are, what's it called? Sean's friend. But Sean shows and he said there is chihuahuas. And those ones accepted. And Victoria is just looking lost. In the HOA, she didn't have any choice than to start mingling with them. And the truth is that Cassia is a person. If they had decided, they would have picked somebody that they both can relate with. Like Sean is the one holding the ship together, while Victoria is the one putting water on it. Like, oh, I don't want to fight. I guess that was the reason why she could not tell Ebuka the real thing that happened. And it's actually sad because that girl is trying to come out of her shell, and it's also Sean that is pushing her back into her shell. But I also love the fact that now that they've separated them, she's standing on her own. She's making her own decision now. Okay, David said, I pity Ebuka today. LOL. He did his best today and still no contest. Shaking my head. Honestly, at some point I was telling somebody that, oh, that Ebuka is not like himself today. The way Ebuka was talking, I was like, he's looking like he's even struggling because he was finding it hard to pick content from everything they did during the week. He was finding it hard to pick content. Ebuka was bored to death. Even the way he was talking, I was like, ah, she is Ebuka that is talking like this. There's a way Ebuka will come on the show and you yourself that you are not hyped before, you'll be smiling. Ebuka was so bored today, and I was like, ah, these housemates were really boring during the week. They were boring. Like they did absolutely nothing to me. Even the wager that they lost, they could have easily won that wager. Although it was petty of Big Brother, but I guess he had to do that so that at least they will have something to talk about. If they had won the wager, maybe they will just go straight to bed. He has to do that because after the wager, they had to sit down, they were analyzing themselves. Maybe you should have said this, maybe you should have done that, maybe Big Brother would not have said, maybe Kiniko Kiniko. But if they had won the wager, they say, ah, we're so glad we won the wager, this and that. I thought this is, and everybody will go their separate ways. But these ones, from the first week, we had issues with them. Honestly, by now I'm looking at the housemen, I'm wondering, this one that they've separated them, I don't know who will even win, because people were voting double K before, because they were not recognized based on people didn't know. I mean, the housemaid didn't know that they were married. But I even love the way they handled the whole thing when they asked me, like, so you people kiss this and that. I love the way they both handled it, that, oh, that it was just a kiss, this and that. But I'm even expecting them to call the house immediately. The what's it called, the show they started, I mean, that they started after. Now I was expecting that they, all of them, like maybe as they are gathered, since they've separated them, they should come out and say that, they should own the narration themselves and say that, oh, housemates, let's come together, we have something to talk to you guys about, this and that. And they should tell, although it might affect their game, but at least it will help them, hold the weak tight. Okay, imagine them telling the housemaid that they are married now. Throughout the week, they're like, ha, honestly, you guys, I'm still looking at you guys that you guys are married. Some will still be so shocked to the point that, they won't know when they will start rooting for them. Oh, that's so quick, so cute. Kelly Ray, no wonder you are doing this, you are doing that. But I will give the both of them kudos, because if at all, they still sneak to, even the kids that Ebuka talked about, they still sneak around to give us the kiss and all of that. David said MC should what's it called, multi-choice should cancel the reunion for this set next year. Honestly, what do they even want to discuss in the reunion? That's the question. What do they want to discuss in the reunion? There's no content here. I'm watching the show, that's why I'm pointing at this side. Like, what do they want to discuss in the reunion? If they do a reunion, what's the nonsense they want to discuss? Because there's nothing. They are not giving anything. Is it that what they want to discuss is, I slept 2 days in a row in Big Brother's house, I was just eating, or there was no food when we lost our wager? I don't understand. David said no need for the reunion for this boring nonsense. Honestly, they don't. They don't need a reunion. I'm even so angry to the point that I had to set my, I was like, even this life, I scheduled this for Friday before, but like, let me just say my mind the way I'm boiling now. Then I will now, maybe that Friday, I will not schedule another one. They will not discuss the whole big brother dynamics, because this whole week I know it's going to be fire. And because fire in sense that, although I'm not expecting so much from them, but fire in sense that they've separated them. So I want to see what the housemates would bring to the table this time around that they've separated them. Okay, the way they even did it, although they put up a show without clocking the TikTok, and the way they did everything, I want to see what the housemates want to do differently this time around. Like how they want to hold the dynamics so tight. Okay, and if I'm to explain that, I would say, okay, when Ben, let's say, let's use Ben and what's it called, and CG as example, they were a pair. Now that they've separated them from being a pair, like how are they able to, handle themselves? What are they doing differently? You get me? Like how are they handling themselves? Okay, now TJ, I'm not sure TJ has so much fun out there, and I'm not so sure Ben has so much fans out there. But I believe that even if the better what's it called, the bet excuse me, even if the better, I don't know what they call their squad, maybe better squad or something, if they have sense, I believe they should all support what's it called, TJ. Honestly, of the duo is the best. He doesn't he Even that comment that they said he made the first time, I'm saying it as play is a slip of the tongue. It's not something that he just said that, oh, these people, because they exaggerated the whole thing, honestly, and they killed his vibe in the house. But now he's picking himself up by doing, what's it called, intellectual task, and helping them to win and all of that. But if we are being sincere with ourselves, the duo that they did from the onset was a loose guard team. They've loose guard nìyẹn, wọ́n ti gbé gbági, wọ́n gbé gbági nìyẹn. I'm sorry we don't understand Yoruba. I mean say if the the way they do their no loose guard thing, they are gbé gbági, like it have back penalty or throwing, like I'm just looking at all of them and they are giving me a headache. Like I'm watching them. Was it on Wednesday, on Thursday? It was so boring to the point that I was like, what's the essence of this show? And me, I'm somebody that don't watch wedding channel or something. I put this in wedding channel, I was just wondering, like, at least let me shall be seeing people that are saying I do, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. This house, may God help all of us. So may God help all of us. So I believe I've been able to, give you a little something. Okay, nothing will happen. These people are too slow. Don't waste your time with this name twist. Honestly, honestly, we should not even waste our time on this new twist. But this week will determine what they want to bring to the table. I'm watching out for a few people in the house that they want to play their game separately. I'm looking at, okay, but if we are being sincere with ourselves, I believe people that can analyze are here. If we're being sincere with ourselves, if we look at Suj and Tofa, what do those two, what do they bring to the table in the house? I've been asking myself since. What do they do in the house? Who do they talk to? These two only talk to Nelly and Alita. Like that's the only thing they bring to the house. Nelly and Alita. And Anita, even the both of them, to the point that Nelly was complaining that he doesn't want to be around her, he doesn't want to do anything than what's it called, he's moving, he's trying to like mingle with the rest of the housemates. Because she started nagging, he had to come back to start hanging out with her. They don't have any other content than themselves. Unpairing them will bring fresh gbas hopefully, because if, let's say, Ben wins HOH and he gets to choose one person that will get immunity, will he choose TJ, Chizoba, or Anita? That Anita is a twist. He has a crush on Anita. I believe you know that by now. It's obvious. He has a crush on Anita because the way he behaves around Anita, and I guess that's the reason why he put that name, should I say, the H thing on his head. He was just looking for something. He was whiny and he was looking for something to make them, have a fight and all of that, which is petty. Because to me, I'm like, that age is just a number. But there are some people that they cannot do anything. Age thing is like, it means a lot to them. So if he's to pick, if he's to pick, I don't know. I'm not sure he would. I'm not sure he would give it to Shizoba because I'm feeling like he doesn't like Shizoba that much. It's just using her to pass time, or I will not say using her to pass time. It's just using her to, should I say, like, to have, is it content to work with? I think that's what it is. It's just using as a narrative, like a narration. Like, but he likes Anita, but because Anita is with Tofa, he's just, trying to be there, just stay there. Because when they asked him that about his type today, it's obvious that he has mentioned that Chizoba is not his type. Maybe he's looking at it that Anita is his perfect type. You get? So then they will say only fine boy taxes. Honestly, that's their only narrative in the house. Fine boy benefits. That's what Tofa and what's his name, and Suj has in the house. They don't have any other, what's it called, any other narrative. Even when you look at the Mbadiwe twins, sorry, even when you look at the Mbadiwe twins, they don't have any other narrative than the fact that they are, what's it called, that the fact that they talk like big daddies in the house, they sit down, they gist. What do they gist about? One of them is gisting about Onyeka, the other one is playing pool all around, it's just playing games. That's all. Like, majority of them in the house, they really have nothing like to give us. And it's so sad because multi-choice is just losing money to them. They've invested so much, keeping the TV on and all of that, keeping all their transmitters on 24/7, this and that, and these people are not giving them content, or that they themselves, they are reducing from the content they're supposed to give we that are voting. They're supposed to give voters. Like, I can say it anyway, I vote very well. I vote very well. And I don't split my votes, because by splitting your votes, we have people like, if for this week, if you give me content, I will vote you. Next week, if I see another person that is giving me content, I will vote. I think that's how it should be. Although you have favor, but I think that's how it should be. When people give you content, you appreciate their content. And I think that's what saved Onyeka the first season, the first what's it called, the first live eviction show. When we watched, we saw that Oyeka was almost going home. If we are being sincere with ourselves, she was almost going home. But what saved her was that the following week, after crying, she cried, she did that crying, that the housemates went into the judges section and they voted for, is it Tammy, to go home. Then after then, throughout that week, she carried herself very well, and then she started mingling with people. The content that some people were laughing about, that they were laughing at her for, that her content was not contenting, she reshaped herself and she started giving content. Like, I think it helped her, because the person that said that content is not contenting, which was Chinwe, was up that the following eviction, what's it called, eviction show. I think people need to learn from different people's strategy. These housemates are just talking about, by this time last season, somebody said last season, I saw the camera on me, no, this and that. This is not a kiddies show, for crying out loud. Baby said no content. Bbnaija really peaked 2020 lockdown season. So sad. The truth is that, if we're being sincere with ourselves, the best season ever for Big Brother Naija is the lockdown season. If we are 100% sincere with ourselves, the lockdown season is the best. Like, we can talk about what's it called, pepper them, all of that. But the lockdown season, there was so much like about that season. The fact that no new housemate, no new housemate was coming into the house. The only way you can leave the house is if they evict you. But no new housemate was entering the house, and everything they were doing in the house was done in the house, and these housemates were giving content. And at that point, everyone was at home. We were all at home during the lockdown. I remember then, during the lockdown, our TV was bad. And because lockdown, shops were not open, we couldn't bring somebody to come and fix it. We were watching on phone. While we were watching on phone, I was still, like, I would be using my own phone to, imagine I'm working in the kitchen, I'm doing every other house chores and all of that. I was still, I'll see another graduate at that point, and I'm with my phone 24/7. I was watching online, I was watching through web on their site. So imagine that kind of lockdown, because I don't like people telling me stories that, hey, they fought today, and I'm wondering what caused the fight. I want to see what triggered the fight. So this set, they are not giving any content. But when you are talking about that lockdown set, they gave content to the point that we got to know the housemates more, like, very well. It's even those ones that are supposed to be conscious of the camera was on me. But these ones that they've not even giving content are actually shouting camera was on me. It means I'm giving. Which content are you giving? They're just showing you so that we will know that you are even there to start with, and you're already saying the camera was on me. Please, they should go and sit down. Bbnaija Love Island 2024. Well, David, I feel you. I feel you. He said, he said Love Island 2024. Honestly, no wonder Ebuka came online and he said Big Brother Naija Ultimate Love Show. It's only love they know. As they are kissing this one, they are fighting with the long lost love. I'm so tired. I'm fed up of even talking about them. There's something else. Lockdown was so fantastic. Honestly, it was so fantastic. And those housemates from lockdown, they are still doing so amazing for themselves. And I think if the lockdown housemates should even remember themselves, they should give themselves a kudos. They tried. They were so phenomenal. Like I can't forget them in the jiffy. Like from all of them, if I'm remember, even the ones that we said they left in the first week, when they got home, they were giving content. That's how it should be. These ones, they left the Big Brother Niger show and they are at home and they are still, the ones that they've evicted, they are still not giving anything. When you were on the show, you didn't give. You are at home, you are not giving. What do you when would you now give? Is it now when they've ended the show? You are outside, they're supposed to be giving us from your what's it called? Attire, this thing, granting interviews. Even their interviews no give. Media round no give. As our Big Brother Naija lockdown, they are going to what's it called? To radio stations and they are feeling the radio station. You are feeling, oh, I must watch this. What's it called? As you are jumping from one live section, you are entering another live section. There was no live section I didn't enter because I wanted to see what their media rounds look like and the outfits they were putting on for their radio rounds. Outfits were trending. Be like, who styled so person for this? What's it called? Who started this person for maybe Cool FM, for Cool FM media round? Who started this person for what's it called? You will just be seeing different ones. But this set, they are not ready to give themselves scenes. And the truth is, if you are not ready to work hard in the house, there's no how you will come out and brands will want to work with you. You have to first of all work in the house, work your ass out in the house and come out. Even though you have to say that if we don't work hard and if we don't make the season interesting, that they will be poor. And it's true because no brand will be looking at you that while you were on the show, you were so dull, you were sleeping from morning till night. That brand will now look at you and say, I want to give you a global what's it called, a multinational, what's it called, deal. It doesn't work that way. If you are not ready to put in the work, like during the show, there's no way you will get anything outside of the show. So at this point, I will have to say, thank you so much for joining my life. I really appreciate you for joining my life. I love you guys so much. Please stay tuned because I'll be coming on live again Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I love you so much. David, I appreciate you. Omobi, I appreciate you. Chris Atfa, I appreciate you. Kevin Toby, I appreciate you. Love It 98, I appreciate you. Those are the people that dropped comments for me. I appreciate you all so much and I love you. David, one final one. He said that lockdown set played games like hide and seek and new Oracle game night. It was great. Thank you. It was so great. Honestly, imagine tricky T. It was also there. That was where he came up with the um tranquility. Like all of those people, they gave something. Thank you so much. I love you. I'm a big good night. I love you so much. David, I love you so much. All of you guys. You guys rock. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me. Trust me, I give so much content and I'll be back shortly. Bye. Mwah. Good night. Sweet dreams, people. Sweet dreams.